There's a new culinary star in Copenhagen's harbour. Studio, part of the Standard restaurant group, has received a coveted Michelin star. And this is the man who earned it, Chef Torsten Hvidtgaard. He's devoted to Danish cooking traditions and ingredients, and he adds to that international avant-garde cuisine. But the focus is definitely Scandinavian.
We're super proud of the vegetables, the shellfish and fishes we have here. I actually think they're some of the best in the world if they're grown by the right people or been taken up by the right people if you go out and catch a fish. The meat is amazing because our temperatures are a little bit slower, so yeah, you probably heard it before, but you know, things grow slower and develop more taste.
High-quality ingredients from the Nordic region. That is typical of gourmet restaurants throughout Scandinavia, like here in the Norwegian capital, Oslo. The restaurant Lofoten is famous for its seafood dishes. Nordic haute cuisine deliberately maintains a distance from French or Mediterranean cooking, and therein lies its recipe for success. The Swedish capital, Stockholm, has also seen a boom in Scandinavian cooking. The restaurant Proviant, for instance, offers specialties like rhubarb sorbet. Danish restaurant critic Søren Frank has been in the business for 20 years. He explains what has made Nordic culinary culture such a success over the past decade.
I think in many ways that the new Nordic cuisine, or which is actually the Noma cuisine, came in the right spot. After the Mediterranean cuisine, of course, but also the way that it was like eating local, which is sustainable, was very much like a political trend that a lot of the consumers were ready to accept and to relate to.
It was Copenhagen's restaurant Noma that first picked up on the trend. Its chef and co-owner René Redzepi, who has earned 2 Michelin stars for Noma, uses exclusively Scandinavian ingredients. Back in 2003, that was a sensation. Later, Noma was named world's best restaurant for 3 years running.
It was just a wave that exploded because, you know, it's like tossing a stone into water. The rings became bigger and bigger. And the whole philosophy of looking at what you have around you just became a huge success and the inspiration for a lot of chefs all over the world.
The founder of both Noma and the Standard is Claus Meyer. He's considered a pioneer of the new Scandinavian cuisine, and he says it all began with a question.
Why, with a distinct climate, with distinct products, why should we not be able to have a firm, definable cuisine? The big trouble, the challenge was not the concept. The challenge was to make that come true on the plate.
And Claus Meyer and his Danish colleagues have succeeded. Today, Copenhagen, with its 16 Michelin-starred restaurants, is Scandinavia's culinary magnet. This year, Søren Ledet's Geranium was able to successfully defend its 2 stars.
It meant a lot to us, both booking guest-wise, more security, and for the staff as well. When you have a star, it's for the rest of the world and for the people who read the guide to know that what you do is actually worth the guests' while and their time to go there.
Back at studio, as every evening, all 48 places are booked out.
It's not a trend anymore, it's a fact. The chefs having this limitation becomes much stronger in their gastronomic language.
Nordic haute cuisine, both hearty and light, both traditional and experimental. Cuisine that captures the taste of today.